beautiful Ascension family, and welcome back to our channel. This evening we are going to be reading for our Tauruses. So we're going to go ahead, jump in, and get started. I want to say thank you again. Our subscribers are growing, and we greatly appreciate it. I hope you all continue to like, subscribe, and I just hope to continue to give readings and information with clarity and that you guys value. So please feel free to comment, and yeah, let's get started. So, all right, Spirit, 3 words or 3 specific, I don't know why, but I'm doing this a little different tonight. The energy I'm pulling for Taurus is literally the word guidance. I kind of channeled a little bit before we started this and was just asking Spirit to give me a clear vision of what it is that is needed for Taurus. And the very first thing that I got out the gate was the word guidance. I'm going to start, wow, with a couple of oracle cards, 1 or 2, or one, literally one just came out, and it is balance. There we go. Healing. Feel like there's a third in there, and there we go. Protection. So I'm going to start there. And it's typically not where I start, but you guys, it's just where I felt drawn. Balance, healing, and protection. And Spirit said for you all, this is very much, and again, this is a general reading, so it is not going to pertain to every single one of my Tauruses. However, I do feel it's a strong general indication of maybe where most of the energy is right now. And for all of you, I am getting an overall balance, healing, and protection. This is also very past, present, and future. Balance is something that is learned. It is not something that is easily done. It applies to people who have multiple hats or wear multiple hats and have a lot of things on their plate. It is the mothers. It is the caretakers. It is the nurturers. It is the trying to balance yourself. I am getting a lot of emotional, like pulling energy from the Tauruses right now, because you are the bull and you are strong. You are super strong. But Spirit wants me to relay the message that it is okay to be vulnerable. It is okay to lay that strength down to heal from whatever that is. For some of you, I feel overwhelmingly that this is a grievance in some way. It was a loss in some way that you have not grieved yet. Okay. Like I said, this isn't going to resonate for all of my Tauruses, but overwhelmingly, when I channeled, the first thing I pulled was guidance. And it's almost like I can't keep keeping the strong suit on. I can't keep making everybody think everything is okay when it's not. So I got a lot of that energy just out the gate. And this balance, you're good at, right? You're good at making it look good. But Spirit says it is okay to take time to heal. And I feel like this is overwhelming for a lot of Tauruses. Y'all are in pain. Just going day to day, making it look good, making it seem like everything's fine. Some of you hiding things, okay? Hiding things in Spirit, and I'm just channeling directly from Spirit. And Spirit says, in the cover of lots of addiction, in the cover of drinking, in the cover of smoking, in the cover of shopping, in the cover of so many things. And so Spirit's like, it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to take the time to grieve. It's okay to take the time to heal. It's okay to understand that we have losses. Tauruses, you guys are winners. You're winners. You don't like to lose, and you don't like to look like you're losing. And so it is that image of not looking like you're losing in anything that you want so hard to be that armor, and you want to keep up. And Spirit says you can't do that all the time. You can't do that 24/7. At some point, you got to be okay with being vulnerable too. And so I feel like a lot of this reading energy might come off that way. So if you're kind of pissed at me for that, I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry because it's directly from spirit. And they are saying it is okay to grieve. It is okay to heal. It is okay to put the armor down and allow yourself to be in a vulnerable space. And I know for a lot of you that might be hard, and hearing what I just said might be hard, but there is some hard, spirit says, truths that need to be in effect for you, Taurus. And so just generally in a space that want to let you know that's okay. Because in this healing energy, where you evolve from this is feeling protected. Like a parent, right? You know, you have to allow yourself to need your parent in order to feel like they're protecting you. Same thing. Spirit is saying you have to allow us, you have to allow yourself to be vulnerable so that we can help you heal, so that you know that as you go forward in the journey, we're protecting you, right? There are some things that you've just been rejected from. Maybe it was a job, maybe it was a relationship, maybe it was so much that left you feel like you were not good enough. That spirit says, no, it's not that you weren't good enough. It's that that person wasn't good enough for you. That job opportunity wasn't what we had for you. We are protecting you. Our rejection is your protection. So understand that everything doesn't always go how you want it to or the way it looks like, because we're protecting you. And I don't know why, but I know and I feel strongly in my spirit because they are telling me that that's for somebody that's watching right now. So again, I tell you guys all the time, if I hit just one of y'all where it needed to, then I did what I'm supposed to do. So sorry it started so heavy, but not sorry it started so heavy, because that's where Spirit wanted me to go. And we're going to keep it raw and keep it moving. Okay, Spirit, let's do some tarot and show me what we have for our Taurus. I'm going to keep those there because Spirit is telling me to keep it there. Show me what we've got for our Taurus energy. Sun, moon, and rising placement, please. There is, I mean, when y'all see these cards popping out the deck, I don't hide nothing from y'all. I let Spirit pick the cards. We do it raw around this piece, okay? This is just what we do over here. And so that's my plan, is to just keep it direct. Heart space. Above. At the above is that death card. I literally said 3 times, grieving something, right? And below, Spirit, show me below, Taurus. Show me below, Taurus. Oh, no, we're going to do, Spirit said right here, vulnerable. And they kept that one upright too. What is our Taurus receiving? What are they receiving, Spirit? Give me receiving. Giving. Actually, Spirit said, nope, receiving. Giving. Right here. Any blocks? Yep. Right there. Transition. I am going to move these 3 cards over here just so we get a good perspective of what's happening here in the tarot. Below and above. Okay, I don't feel that it is coincidence that I am looking at 3, 6, 9, 10 cards. Okay. Y'all, if I can count, is my math broken? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nope, it's not. Okay, so 10 cards because 10 is about things coming full circle. 10 is about things changing. 10 is also about the heavy burden that you've been carrying. 10 is about the misery and the pain that it has felt like. 10 is about the moving forward in new birth energy. And 10 is about giving you back the space of happy family and happy connection. So just in that number alone, just the number, we got a lot right there. 10 to me, 9 is things coming together. 10 is things coming full circle. I don't feel it's coincidence. I feel like there's some heartbreak going away. Look at that. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to go on either side and I'm going to leave it there. And I'm going to turn this one over. There we go. And we're going to leave this here, right? And I'm going to go kind of where we need to. y'all hear me talk a lot about the fact of being a Reiki master teacher. And so your chakras mean something to me. So in your head, the death, the grievance, the pain, a lot of it is still being held in your head, even if you're trying to avoid it in your heart, right? Or trying to act like it's not there, because that is the heartbreak card in reverse. I don't usually, when I see things in reverse, I will say, oh, that is it changing. No, it's not. It's changing. It's you trying to hide it. Let's just be real about it. Spirit's like, be real with them. So I'm gonna handle y'all, and it might be a little rough, but you might have to take it today. This grievance, y'all are grieving loss. You're grieving, but the one thing about grievance is rebirth, right? So when we lose something, when we lose sight of ourselves, when there's a loss, there is a rebirth there. And this is that. But in your head, it's still dying. In your head, it's still death. In your head, you haven't released it. So if you haven't released it in the head, how the hell are you going to release it in your heart? That is that I'm stuck here. You're only stuck there because you're allowing yourself to be. And that's hard to say, but I need to be honest with you guys, right? Underneath this is the King of Cups. King of Cups is about digesting all of the emotional part, the things that are long-term, the things that are stable, but it's also, for some of you, it is hiding things on a very long-term basis that are emotional. It is keeping things suppressed. And I feel strongly at your core, underneath it all, at this root, some of you are keeping things suppressed. It is time to allow the grievance to come to the light so that you can move on. It's time to move on. It's time to do things different. Spirit has greatness for you. Okay. They have got things. It is time for things to evolve. This rebirth is happening. You are about to be in a space where it is bigger and better than it's ever been before. But unless you learn to stop getting in your own way and letting go of all the things that you're holding on to, this heartbreak that you refuse to acknowledge, right? Until you do that, you can't move on and do better and be further. On your receiving side, the reason why I say all that is because on your receiving side here, right? Your right, my left, or my right, your left on your receiving here is the sun. Happy times, great energy. For some of you, this is things coming after the spring, after the summer, into the fall. But for a lot of you, I feel like this newness, right, is right above you. It is directly, actually, and that card is in reverse. It's directly above you, but you're not getting it because you refuse to get it. You refuse to allow it space into your life so that it can be the hand of the higher power for you and bring in all the things that are actually destined for you, right? It was in reverse, okay? And I turned it upright because Spirit says I could do that. I could turn it upright, but I also could turn it upright because it is new on the horizon. But because you refuse with this heartbreak that I refuse to grieve and acknowledge and deal with, right? And on this side, I'm in this space of I don't know. She's blindfolded. That again points to I'm not acknowledging, I'm not accepting, I'm not dealing. So I'm just going to be in this space of if I don't see it, it doesn't exist. Lies, y'all, lies. And I'm going to need y'all to stop telling yourselves the lies because it's there. There is things that you need to grieve. It's a lot of things that you need to grieve. You need to allow yourself to cry. You need to quit smiling to everybody else and acting like it's perfectly fine and it's okay and you make it look good. And because it looks good and it looks great, that it's fine. No. Just fuck no. I'm sorry. I just had to say it like that. And I know that a lot of y'all are reserved and conservative, but I had to, like, Spirit's like, no, you can go ahead and say that today. So I'm putting it out there. Okay? No. Effing no. Stop. Breathe. Acknowledge. Grieve. Allow your emotional side to come forward so that you can move on. You are going to be stuck in this pattern of patterns, of patterns, of patterns, of patterns, of patterns, and nothing's going to change until you look at that. Again, we've got to reverse, but that is that mental health. In that circle, you're going to keep going in the same pattern of it's okay, it's fine, it's okay, it's fine. No, it's not okay. Resentment. I'm not going to allow myself to grieve because I'm not going to acknowledge that something was taken from me or I've lost anything. I'm not going to allow anything that's for me that I'm really praying for and manifesting and trying to get to come forward to actually come forward. But why? Because in your own head, you won't acknowledge the truth. This is about mental health. This is about illness, but this in reverse, mind you, I'm going to give y'all a little tidbit. Okay. I, on purpose, because Spirit told me, went through this deck, shuffled it as hard as I can. But one thing I did do before I shuffled it is made sure that all the cards were upright. And Spirit told me to make sure all the cards were upright. And the reason why is because apparently they knew that they were going to give me all of this in reverse and they wanted me to read it right. Y'all, I'm being as straightforward and as honest with you than I can. Let it go. Let it go. I feel it. I know it hurts. I know it hurts, y'all. And I'm sorry for whatever it was. If it was a family member, if it was a job, if it was a child, if it was a pregnancy, whatever the loss was, I feel it for you and I feel it with you. And I'm sorry. But you cannot heal. You can't heal until you let it go. You have to move on. You have to move forward. And wow, y'all, I can't make it up because y'all seen me do the cards. Y'all seen them come out, right? Spirit says here, as soon as you let go and you allow yourself to grieve and you allow yourself to deal with the losses, the balance, the temperance, the being in a space where it's okay and it provides a peace where you can go on, it comes. It comes without a doubt. It comes without an issue. It comes. And it washes over you like the flow of what is pouring out of these chalices that the angels above are going to pour over you. And it is going to be okay. These are angel wings, right? This is the angel. This is the temperance. Temperance is about self-restraining behavior. You've been restraining too much. You've been allowing yourself to do too much, to pull too much back. Here is about now allowing the peacefulness of things to wash over you. When you do that, that Ace of Swords comes forward. You at that point will be able to not only move forward, you will be able to achieve all of the things that you feel that you have been holding back or that has been held back from you and that you are not able to achieve. It all comes forth. It all starts to flow. It all starts to be the best in everything you can do. Let me point out something else about this ace and this sword and this eagle. The Ace of Swords is about overcoming all the obstacles. It's not just about getting the sword. It's not just about the achievement. It is about overcoming all of the bullshit that you had to go through to get the sword. You had to use the sword to cut through all of the things. And there's a lot of it, right? But once you do the work, the shadow work, the healing work, once you do the work, the bright light, the gleam, the bling, the eagle, all of the glory, right? All of the mercy, all of the grace that comes with this. Taurus, you are an overcomer. You've always been an overcomer. You've always succeeded against the odds. And that's where you're going. And that's what you need to know, that this is only temporary. Do the work, do the healing. I did skip over one card here, right? In the middle, what's blocking this, right? What is the blocking? The Four of Wands is about commitment. It's about usually commitment. It's about family. It is about being able to sacrifice to be able to do. And I feel like here, the reason why it's pointed to this Two of Swords, this inability to decide, this inability to go forward, this where she's blindfolded here and she can't see and she's just fighting. She's fighting blindfolded. If there is any of you out there that for some reason feels like that because you are not committed, because you are not in a marriage, or because you are not in a job situation that feels like it's something that validates you, A lot of this commitment energy, for some reason, have some of you feeling like you're not good enough or you're less than, whether it's not committed in a relationship, whether it's not committed in the job environment, whether it's not committed, whatever it is, whether it's because you're not, a parent yet, or maybe you are, but because you don't have something to ultimately completely devote yourself to and nurture ongoingly. In some way, it's got you feeling less than. And you feel like until you get that, you won't be validated. Please dismiss it. Get it out your head, because it's not accurate. It's just where you are in your head. But at the same time that you're here because you feel like you need something to nurture, you're wanting something to nurture so you can get your mind off of the grievance and the loss that you're not acknowledging. Acknowledge the loss. Establish and acknowledge what you're not grieving. Grieve it, release it, let it go, and move forward and move on to all of the amazing success and beauty and things that are waiting for you. Money, that partner, that job, all of the things that you feel that you're missing out on or you're lacking. It's not because it's not for you. It's not because you're not good enough. It's because you refuse to see that you are, but you won't do the work in letting go of the things you're supposed to let go of. Let go of what's not serving you so you can move on to better. Okay. That part I'm going to leave there. But I had kind of asked my beautiful little pendulum what oracle card to go, and they said the elemental oracle. So with the elemental oracle, Spirit, show me what Taurus needs to know from the elemental. What is known here? What needs to be known for them to move forward? Sun. Wow. You see how I pointed out the sun here and how it's in reverse? And Spirit turns around and gives me the sun for you again. Again, sun is about happiness. It's about joy. And I feel like this beautiful burst of sun energy. Yes, in April, we are going into an eclipse. Right now is the spring energy. We're springing into spring. And this eclipse energy is going to be difficult, but darkness, right? It's the moment of darkness that we are going to have. Now, it's temporary. It's an eclipse. It covers the sun entirely to allow us to immerse ourselves in darkness for a matter of minutes. If I'm not mistaken, this eclipse is going to last a total of about 4 minutes, and it is not going to happen again for another 30 or 40 years. Don't quote me on that, but if I remember correctly, right? So think of that, right? That sun energy here. Think of this as the light, the darkness, the grievance, the taking the moment to acknowledge. Imagine the eclipse. Take that eclipse moment as that moment that you are going to allow yourself to grieve. Is it going to last always? No. It's only temporary. It's only for a moment. It's going to last 4 minutes of what might be some of our lives, and some of us may not be here to experience the next eclipse again. So think about that. 4 minutes, total darkness. The whole world is going to be immersed in, or the whole United States, or half the United States. Anyway, we'll be immersed in that darkness. And then it passes and the sun shines again. That is what this is. Spirit is telling you that this is a moment of acknowledgement. It is a moment of darkness so you can let go of what's no longer serving you. Grieve it, let it go, so you can move into all the happiness that is there for you. Okay. Taurus, this has been a tough one, but I feel strongly that it was purposeful, and I hope it resonates for some of you. I hope it gives somebody what they needed to hear tonight. Thank you so much for all the support continued. Like, subscribe. Feel free to comment. I look forward to hearing from you and seeing you in the next one, Taurus. Until April, have a beautiful rest of the month.